Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel for another turquoise brain vlog. Last week I talked about how my autism can be noticed and what helps me, but there's so much more. Like, how do we handle bigger or even huge crowds when we're autistic? Curious? Stay tuned. Many people experience frustration, stress, or anxiety in their daily lives to a certain extent. Some of them might learn how to cope with this so well that it has little impact on them. But when you're on the autism spectrum, it might be a little bit more difficult for you to handle your anxiety, especially in bigger crowds. It might make us feel uncomfortable or we can get overwhelmed, for example, by all the noises. As I mentioned in my video from last week, we might be hypersensitive to noises, but of course, this also includes vision and smell. So, places that might be harder for us to handle can include theaters, festivals, concerts, amusement parks, but even grocery stores, schools, or family gatherings, even, can provoke some level of anxiety in varying degrees. But remember, situations that can create anxiety in one individual may not for another. So, when it comes to me, I used to avoid bigger crowds when I was younger. I mean, it made me feel super uncomfortable to the point that it actually made me want to cry, to be honest. Um, Loud noises hurt my ears due to hypersensitivity. So I basically hated going to concerts when I was younger, and I never really showed any interest in going to a festival either. I did enjoy going to the movies, but I didn't feel as comfortable as I would have liked still. However, for some reason, I did enjoy going to amusement parks, and I'm not really sure why, because I mean, with all the stimuli that's going on in an amusement park, I mean, I would have thought that such a place in particular would have been difficult, but apparently not. When I was younger, feeling excited, or in this case, feeling anxious, could literally make me feel sick to my stomach. As I got older, that thankfully just faded away. Anyways, when I was about 19 or 20 years old, I attended my first festival, which was an opening festival for a new school I was going to. And at that time, I liked it, but I still didn't really feel the urge to attend a festival outside of school. When I went to college in the summer of 2019, I attended another festival, which was basically part of the orientation week for freshmen. And you guys, I just loved this week so much. I had so much fun, and um, I basically just went with the flow for the first time and literally partied all week long. And by the end of the week, my voice was definitely gone, but I just didn't care because I had such a blast. I even went to a couple of parties in college, and I loved every single one of them. And trust me, I never thought that I would say this in a million years, but I'm actually sad that we can't do that anymore now with the pandemic going on. To be honest with you guys, I'm not entirely sure what caused this change of mind and change of heart, but if my perspective and hypersensitivity can change in situations like these, then maybe it's also possible for you if you struggle with any of these things. Anyways, please let me know in the comments if you do struggle with any of the issues that I mentioned or if you know someone who does. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again next week for another video. See ya!